the next week, and also identify those best opportunities for your particular style?
Yeah, believe it or not, I do very little work on the general market.
Hmm.
I don't really do a whole lot of general market analysis. I mean, I look at the price and volume of the market. I look at the major indexes. I do have some, readings or indicators that I follow, some sentiment, but I'm really doing the majority of my work is 90% of it is all stock work. So
Right.
if there's a lot of stocks, then I'm bullish on the market. If there's not a lot of stocks, I'm bearish on the market, or I'm at least careful. I can't buy anything if I don't have the stocks, if the stocks aren't set up. And if the stocks aren't working, if there are a lot of stock setups and they're not working, then I really know, the market's not a great market. So my routine is really just screening for stocks and
Hmm.
trying to find out, as much as I can about those stocks. And most of them I already know, like there's only so many names. So as I'm screening, if Netflix, Google, Goldman Sachs, for instance, broke out today. Yeah, I know these companies well already. Now there might be some smaller company that I never heard of, so then I try to get up to speed on that and take a look at the fundamentals, and from there I'm just creating a list. I basically I create three lists. I have my buy alert list. Oh, sorry about that.
No
Probably should
problem.
have shut my phone off. I have my buy alert list. I have my high on deck, and I have my watch list. So basically, watch are stocks that are the candidates, but they're not very close. High on
Right.
deck, they're very close, and buy alert are in position to be bought. Then when that next trading day comes, I've already made the decision as which stocks are ready to be bought, and I've already decided what price I'm buying, and I've already decided my stop loss, and all that's figured out ahead of time. So then when the trading day comes, I just put in my alerts, and when those alerts go off, I start buying stocks and selling stocks.
Perfect. And what are those fundamentals that you particularly care about when it comes to screening or just when you want to look up a stock?
Right. So when you're dealing with growth stocks, there's a handful of ways that I slice and dice fundamentals. However, I'm really only looking at three things. Pretty much, 90% of what I'm doing is focused on earnings, sales, and margins. And that if you get really good at deciphering those three things.
Right.
And like I said, there's a bunch of different ways to slice and dice those. In my first book, Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard, there's a whole section on it's called Fundamentals to Focus On, and it gives you some ways to look at those numbers, breakout years, and acceleration, and various things to look at margins. But those, it's really focused on those three fundamentals. That's really when it comes down to a business, it's all about how much, revenues, profit margins, and turning it into earnings. And that's really